Today, I want to talk to you guys about how to get a debt collection agency to settle your account. Some things that'll give you a better edge with regards to getting the best discount off of your account. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from skip tracing to collecting to management, and I've owned 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 8 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. Let's go. Very, very important that you do 2 things for me right now. That you like this video, you share with any friends and family, as well as you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that I can continue growing and bringing you more great content. Okay? So, as we know, as the video you just seen before, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've been a debt collector pretty much 12 of those years where I've actually been on the phone. I've collected from everyone, from young people to old people, to rich people to poor people. It didn't matter what nationality you were, I've collected from you. I've dealt with it all, and I've seen it all. So I want to give to you some points, some things that you can do to actually help yourself get a discount or settlement on your account that you have in collections. Whether you have multiple accounts or you only have one account, here are some tactics with regards to getting your account settled. Number 1, it's something that I always talk about. This goes across the board in every scenario and situation, is your attitude. I'm telling you, when you call in with a bad attitude, you're gonna get a bad result. Almost always. You call in with a great attitude, that just heightens, because it depends on who you get as a debt collector. I've been around all types of debt collectors, the cutthroat ones, the ones that care too much, and the ones that are in between. But the reality is your attitude is going to determine a lot with regards to what happens. Your attitude before you call the company, your attitude about the debt itself, if you've had some bad issues with the original creditor, per se, or let's even say you dealt with a different debt collection company and they were bad. When you come into this new scenario with regards to this account, a new company that has the account, have a good attitude. I just can't stress to you how important that is. I'm going to constantly tell you that, but your attitude has to be good. Okay? Number 2, look up the company that you owe. Very important. The reason why I say that you have to do that is if you have an account and it's with a company, you look up the company, you do your due diligence on looking up a company. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video. I'll put that down in a reference with regards to doing so. But that gives you an idea of what you're dealing with. Are you dealing with a big company? Are you dealing with a small company? Does the company that you're calling and you're dealing with, the debt collection company, do they have an in-house attorney? Do they have a history of suing on accounts? All of that type of information is very key, because then it gives you an idea of what you're dealing with, right? With regards to the account. Obviously, if they have an in-house attorney, they do sue on accounts. You look at the age of your account, you understand if in fact you're in a state and the statute of limitation with regards to being sued aren't up, then that'll change with regards to your negotiation with regards to the account and understanding that. And so it's key. Look up that company, verify the information, know what you're dealing with before you actually just make the call. Cold turkey. Number 3, I would say, is understanding your account. When I say understanding your account, I'm saying know the account that you owe, know the amount that was owed, understand any interest or late payment fees and so forth, have an idea of what that balance is. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten consumers to call me They have an account. They believe that they only owed $1,000. They wanted to settle at $500, and that's what they had in their mind. And come to find out, their balance is almost double, $2,000. And we only could settle for $1,000, which is what they believe that they owe. So understand the dollar amount in which you owe, the type of account that it is that you have, right? Whether it's a credit card, installment loan, revolving loans, car auto deficiency loans, all of that type of stuff. Understand that, because within the confinements of accounts that you have will determine whether in which someone can settle or not settle the account on you, on the thing. And then another important aspect is the age of your account. Now, the age of your account starts the date of last payment on your account. So if you made a payment in September and the account wasn't charged off and sent to collections till February of that next year, understand that the age of your account, because the newer your account is, the less likely they are to settle the account. Now, don't get me wrong. It never hurts to ask and to do some of these tactics that I'm gonna explain to you after this with regards to getting a settlement. But it's very, very key that you understand that, because the newer the account, the less typically they are to settle the account. The older your account is, the more they're likely to settle your account. Okay, so that matters with regards to that. Another thing that you need to understand and try and figure out is your account owned or is it a contingent account? The reason why I say that is because if it's owned, typically with regards to settlement, if the debt collection agency owns the account outright, meaning they bought the account from the original creditor, you're going to have a little more leniency with regards to a settlement. Versus if it's a contingent account, meaning the company hired the collection agency to collect on their behalf, your settlement parameters are going to be a little more tough, because the money divvied up and how everything is done is going to be slim to nothing. So it's important to understand those two things. I can't tell you again how important it is to understand that, because you have consumers. I've had consumers call me and they're like, oh, you bought the account, pennies on the dollar, and da-da-da-da-da, and then you find out, well, we don't even own the account, we're collecting for that person, and that messes up your negotiation tactics, okay? Have money in hand to pay. Make sure that you have the money that you want to do. Now, when I say that, this is what I mean. There's nothing better to a debt collector's ears when we get a consumer on the phone and when we're negotiating, right then and there, they have a credit card or a check by phone, or they're going to overnight the payment to us that day. That means so much more. Within the negotiation standpoint, if someone's saying, hey, I want 50% off, today's the 1st and I'm going to pay you on the 25th, you're not securing it with a check by phone or anything along those lines, we're a lot less likely to settle with you, because you get a lot of people who say a lot of stuff and they don't do it. But if you have a check in hand, you have a credit card in hand, you have, you're ready to go right down and give a tracking number for overnight payment or a 3-day express, whatever it is that you guys negotiate, when it comes time to settling your account and you have money in hand, that makes your situation a lot better. Not only that, but you have to understand what it is that you can actually pay, and you have that set aside in the bank account. Now, always give yourself anywhere from a $300 to $500 cushion. And when I say that, I mean this. If you have an account that's $3,000, you're wanting to settle at 50%, at $1,500, you might want to have about $2,000 in there. But you start out low, not too low where you offend the person, but you start out low to where, you can start negotiating and you can always save yourself. Have a cushion to save the money. Don't go right in at what 50% is, because as a negotiator, if we hear you got $1,500 today to pay right now, when I go and try and get your account settled, I'm going to go up a little higher. I'm going to try and get more money out of you. So you don't want to start with that. And the last thing that I'll tell you with regards to settling is the best time to call and settle your account. Now, I have a video with regards to explaining the best time to negotiate your debt with an account, but I'll briefly explain it to you. Call towards the end of the month. Most collection agencies are a month-to-month business. Towards the end of the month, a lot of times collectors are in commission, so your bosses and supervisors may have to hit a certain other number, and they're a lot willing to settle your accounts out towards the end of the month to hit numbers or to even make more of a commission. So towards the end of the month, the last day, preferably last week in that month, call up, have money in hand, be ready to go with a great attitude, and you can save yourself some money on your account. Now, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments section. I promise I'll answer those questions. If you need a consultation with regards to this, if you need some help with a company to actually negotiate and settle your accounts out, I do that. Email me at assetdebtcollector@barrettrecovery.com. Also, if you need a pay to delete letter, email me there. I'll give you that for free. As always, you be great.